You've been asking for it, I've been listening, and I'm answering. And I can finally say yes to the question you've been asking, which was, hey Adam, how can we work with you on an ongoing basis? And now I can say yes, I can work with you. I can work with your team on a weekly basis inside the Pitch Pro movement. Enrollment just opened, and I cannot wait to share all the details with you. If you are interested, and just so you know, this isn't going to be a sales video. This is a video of the story about how the Pitch Pro movement came to life, what you've been asking for, who is a good fit, who's not a good fit, and what's inside, so you can be the judge if it's something you're interested in. I cannot wait to share the journey and the story with you, but let's cut to the chase. If you're one of those folks who just says, give me the goods, here's the goods. The Pitch Pro movement is a place to get ongoing sales and leadership mentoring for you and your team. How we do that, I'll be sharing soon. But the reason I'm filming this here at my desk is because we're going to be working in a way more intimate group, tight-knit setting together. And all the details are on the page, or there's a link in the video or podcast description. And if you join by October 15th, you're going to lock in a lifetime founding member discount. All the details are there. Now let's get to it. All right, hey, my name's Adam Bensman, the Root Strategist, and I'm really glad to have you back. And maybe, if you're tuning in, you're one of those folks who've watched the YouTube videos or listened to the podcast and you've applied what you've learned. And you've had great results, and as you have great results, you watch the videos, you get out in the field, you go do the doing, and then you come back, you watch more videos, and then you have new problems and new questions that come up as we go. And maybe you're a customer who grabbed the battle pack or the sales strategy, or you're using the roofing sales success formula as the ground up training for you and your team, which, by the way, all these strategies are in use today by individual sales reps like Evan, who I'll talk to you about in a moment, or Bill, who've done multi-million in sales in their first year following these strategies, to companies as large as $75 million a year, and some of the top, actually quite a number of the top 100 roofing companies in America using the roofing sales success formula. And I keep getting the same thing. Hey, we've had growth, and then now we have new problems. And I look back to when I was my first year in the business, and I vividly remember being out, knocking on customers' doors, and then getting questions or facing obstacles I didn't know what to do with. So what I did is I pick up the phone and I call my manager. But my manager at the time was really busy. He didn't have time to either answer, or he'd brush me off with the answer. You know the type, it's like, oh, here's enough to keep you going. But I wasn't really satisfied. I wasn't getting the information I needed, and I didn't know where to turn. And then I also knew that like family and friends didn't get this line of work or what I was going through. They didn't want to celebrate my success. And then I was dealing with competitors like this one guy who offered to buy me a beer and shoot some pool, and the next day tried to snake the second commercial property that I sold. It was the biggest commission check in my entire life until that time. And I just didn't have anyone to trust. And then I remember, as becoming a leader, I had the same problems, but they were even more intense and more isolating, as I couldn't talk to the team and I had nowhere to go. And it was through my own direct experiences and through hearing from you that I sought out to seek a way to say yes to this. And the Pitch Pro movement is 2 years in the making, in a way of breaking the mold and removing the rules. And the reason it took so long, going through iteration after iteration with my team, was trying to figure out the way to create the highest value and the most impact and the best results. Highest value, most impact, best results. So we modeled things and then broke them away, and I said, you know what? Here's how I'm going to think about it. I want to think about it that if I was running my dream sales team and I could help them in any way possible, what would I do? How could I do that at scale? Because I had offices in 5 states. So we needed to find a way to do this. So I was like, all right, we're going to write the rules. Highest value, highest impact, best results. What do we do? And that's what led to the bones of the Pitch Pro movement. So would you like to hear how it works? All right, we'll get there in a minute. First, who it's for, who it's not for. The Pitch Pro movement is not for anyone who is arrogant, who has a huge ego and wants to pound their chest, who knows it all, and who is into aggressive or pushy sales tactics and is only chasing money. If that's you, you don't need to be watching anymore. Not for you. Now, it is for you if you're an individual or an owner with a team, because there's individual and team memberships available. The Pitch Pro movement is for people like you who are driven by success, clear on your vision and goal. But you know in your heart of hearts that it's about a lot more than money. It's about the personal transformation. It's about the camaraderie, the community, and the growth that we experience on our journey in roofing sales. It's about the individual who's really ambitious about achievement and constantly improving ourselves as we go, and wanting to do that in a place where there's accountability, support, and answers when you need it most, direct feedback, and essentially leveling up in every aspect of your skill sets. And it's for the owner or sales leader who has a vision of supporting the team, bringing their goals to life, about creating that environment where people want to kick down the door and work for you because of the opportunities you're providing, because from the outside, they're seeing the success of each and every team member. So that's who it's for. And it's for folks like, by the way, Evan, I don't know if you know I'm reading this, but this is for you too. So Evan emails me. This is from September 11th. I know it's kind of hard to see on the screen here, but I'll read you the email. It says, Adam, checking in. Studying your material in the off season was the best decision I could have made. Currently less than 8,000 away from 2 million in sales. First, congrats, Evan. And then the part of this that I cut out was a personal question. Success, more questions. And then there's another one from Andrew, who runs a retail hybrid storm company. And this is just a snippet of the email he sent me also this week. He says, I want you to know that I have a green as grass newbie, we've all been there, that went through your course with us and is currently at 71% close rate. This is the roofing sales success formula. He went through the closing strategy, by the way. And then he said, all this adds up to doing more than double our projected sales. And we still have a couple months to go. Once again, your program is the best investment I have ever made. Thank you. And they just continue. Frank just got this for the team too. And he says, training starts tomorrow. I've been going over all your material for the past 2 days. You've made it so that I don't feel like I have to reinvent the wheel all by myself. Thank you. So if you've ever been in these shoes of like experiencing new success, having new questions, wanting resources to get your team trained up and performing at a high level, all at an affordable rate, it's all inside the Pitch Pro movement. So should we get back to what's in there and how it works? All right, here's the deal. Here's how we fulfill upon the mission of the Pitch Pro movement, which is to smash your income goals faster, easier, and surrounded by like-minded sales professionals. You'll be working with me on a weekly basis inside the community and on our live training sessions and getting access to exclusive material and exclusive vendor deals. All right, on the screen behind me, which I know may be a little harder to see, is just one of the discussion boards. So let's get into how this whole thing works. First, you as a founding member are going to dictate the movement of the movement. You will shape what we do, when we do it, and what gets created, because this is about you and answering your questions. It's not about me, and it's greater than me, and it's greater than you. It's about the movement supporting each other. Inside our live sales training calls, which are going to be monthly, by the way, that's one of 3 monthly calls. We are going to have a live sales mentorship Q&A call, because I know training's great, but sometimes we just need to have conversation, to work through things, to ask questions. So access to me on that call with everybody else, and much of this will be fielded in advance in the discussion boards that I'll be sharing with you. And then leaders, I know what it's like. That's why I've created a live leadership roundtable. That's a monthly call just for sales leaders, so we can come together, ask questions, and facilitate all of the things we need to do in a private and secure environment. And I should mention that Pitch Pro movement members are going to be upholding a code of conduct and a mutual confidentiality agreement. So what happens in the movement stays in the movement, and we really have a no tolerance for breaking that. And if you do, you're out and you won't be coming back. And that's to preserve the integrity of the group. So if we turn our attention here, this is just a sample of the discussion board, one of the discussion boards that's up there. And this is the sales discussion board. And at the top, there's a section that says sales discussion. This is where you can post questions, anything that comes up. I'll be fielding them. People from the movement will be fielding them. Think of it like crowdsourcing your growth in roofing sales, but in a way to filter out like all of the noise and non-value posts that you might see cluttering up social media. We've all been there. We've seen them, right? There's gems in there, but we got to sort through them. So we want all the right questions to be answered by good people who have your best interest in heart and my feedback in one place. Then beneath it, we have the one strategy away sprint. And in this section right here, I teach you my method that I've used for myself over and over and over again to identify what you need to grow, break that into a simple to follow plan, block out the noise and do it. And you can even post right in this group for accountability and support. Now, as we continue going through here, we have this gets fun, the role play and critique center. And in here, I teach you the role play style that I do in my live training events and private training events, because role play is great, but you got to do it the right way. All right. So I teach you that method. And then here's where it gets super fun. You'll be able to, at the click of a button right in here, go up, click this, and upload your own video or audio file of your team's role play or a legally acquired recording of a sales session to get my feedback and the feedback of the team. Talk about fun and fast iteration. And then beneath it is the archive to all the live recordings. And that's where all of our live sessions are saved in order so you can brush up on them at any point. Now, the same applies for the Leadership Roundtable, a private discussion board for leaders. Similar stuff inside, along with exclusive material, which by the way is coming very soon. That's part of the founding member discount. I have stuff that will be added and I want to hear from you of what we should add there. There's going to be direct mail letters, door hanger letters, exclusive hiring ads for the management and owners to use, along with a beta testing library to test and innovate together. So if you're looking for a place for that ongoing sales, performance, and leadership mentoring for an individual rep or team, this is the place, the Pitch Pro movement, to work with me on a weekly basis inside the movement. I cannot wait to have you there. A few more details and then we'll wrap this up. 30-day money-back guarantee. I stand behind this program, the movement, along with every single one of my programs. I want this to be a good fit for everybody. Number 2, the investments. I have monthly plans and annual plans, and with the lifetime discount, that's no enrollment fee and savings for as long as your membership is active. Here's the scoop: investment in ROI. It's a big question. I'm committed to providing the highest value, highest impact, and best results, as I mentioned. So you'll find that the investment is a no-brainer. For an individual rep, if you make one sale, so let's say you get in there and you make one sale, you'll have paid for 1 to 3 years of membership in just one sale. Nuts. Owners, managers with a team, I'm talking one big sale or 2 sales, the entire year or more will be paid for your team. The investment is a no-brainer, and I did that by design because my mission is to serve everybody, and I know the folks who need it can't afford crazy budgets, and it just doesn't make sense. And I wanted to bring the highest value, highest impact, and best results at an affordable and no-brainer investment that, again, you're going to make your money back right away. So that's all I have for you, and I really hope I see you on our first live session, which is a week after enrollment opens, a week from today on Wednesday, and we can say hi and begin working together on a weekly basis to help you and your team smash your income goals faster, easier, surrounded by like-minded sales professionals. Hope to be waving at you through Zoom next week. We'll see you inside.